Okay.
Cause I know how niggas is. When you in the streets and you hustling, you know how niggas is. Cause you was one of them niggas, you know what I'm saying? You on the corner, you try to get your money, you see a nigga roll up behind a Benz or a Beamer. You know what I'm saying? You like, fuck that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, I murder that nigga, I rob that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm the nigga in the Benz and the Beamer.
I wake up every morning, all I think about is getting my paper, getting my paper. Brush my teeth for my syrup, cock the 40 and put one in the chamber, in the chamber. We got 7.6, 250 round drums on that gator, and I slay ya. Chase a nigga down and blow him out his fucking pee with that laser. We don't play, bruh.
Guess we'll just call this free film school or something. I don't know. Today I'm going to be talking about filmmaking. Filmmaking, the definition of that is basically the process of making a film. So filmmaking, like I said, is the process of making a film. There's basically 3 stages of filmmaking. You have production, let's do it in the right order. You have pre-production, then production, then you have post-production. Each stage is just as important as the other. Pre-production involves planning, storyboards, finding actors, finding the idea overall that you're even going to put on video or film for an audience to watch. So like I said, you have storyboarding, you have your script or your screenplay, you're picking your actors, you might want to see who's going to be working your camera, you might want to see who can help you with sound, who can help you edit, or if not, if you're versatile at these things or know enough at these aspects, you can start off doing it alone or with help from a friend. You can get together, you start your own team, and you guys can grow and basically learn how to do everything together. That's basically how that part works. Also, you have, like I said, production. This is where you take all your steps from pre-production and you basically make them happen. You get your storyboard that you put together from your script, and basically you tape that. You get your cameraman, your camera people, and you tape what you had for your idea in pre-production. Also, like as far as editing software, I guess you would say that your best bet is probably, I like to roll with Final Cut Pro. Avid is probably the top industry standard. Then Final Cut Pro, that's like a middle, but it also produces industry standard. It's a great software. Adobe After Effects is great. Sony Vegas, that's great. Windows, they have a Movie Maker, you can use that. There's Pinnacle Studio, they have a software. iMovie has their own software. You can do your basic functions as far as like cuts, fades, dissolves, and text. It's all about preference for which ones you know how to use. The rule of thumb, they say that to be a good editor, you want to basically know how to use all of the systems. The way I feel about that, a way to kind of know all of the systems is to basically know editing in general. Before we had these online softwares, linear editing softwares, we had non-linear systems where it's actually like hardware. It wasn't on a computer. It was a computer and other various pieces of technology, hardware. As long as you know, like basically how to tell a story, and that you gotta cut and paste scenes and footage together, that's basically the simple part of rearranging the story. Then like I say, you go online to different websites, and they'll actually train you how to do a lot of various effects that you want to put on your any footage that you're shooting. I mean, I'm so serious about this. You can catch training for everything for all of these editing software. Oh, look at that. It's just something for the people at home to see. It's crazy out here in these streets. But I can't stress enough how much you can go online and just learn how to work editing software. You can learn how to set up your camera settings to record in film, to record at the standard 30 frames per second to record at 60 frames per second. You can find out what shutter speeds you want to record at when you're shooting with like any kind of Canon or like a Nikon for video. Like I'll tell you right now, if you're shooting at 24 frames per second, you're gonna want to double that for your shutter speed. So 24 plus 24 is 48. Now, like for instance, on my T3i, there's not a 48 for a shutter speed, but there's 50. So you take it to 50. So like if I'm shooting 30 frames per second, I want to make my shutter 60. You know, I'm gonna put my shutter at 60. I'm doubling my frame rate. So if I'm shooting at 60 frames per second, I will make my shutter 60 plus 60 equals 120. That's what I would set the shutter at. These effects will give you the desired looks that you want. You know, like if you want to shoot maybe like a music video or just like this broadcast right now, I'm shooting it at 60 frames per second. So I'm not imitating the film look, so you don't feel like you're watching me on the big screen or a theater, but it's more like if you were looking like at a music video or maybe like a reality television show, something like that. So basically, like I said, to sum that up once again, your frame rates are you have 24, you have 30, you have 60. 24 is good for film, 30 and 24 are basically what normally everyone shoots at, especially for movies and things of that nature. 60 is for things like this. What else? Like I said, there's various websites you can go on to. I'm trying to think of more. I'll actually put a page up at the end of this video telling you about the different sites you can go on to learn different things, man. And it's all on you. Like I said, I'm trying to stress it so much how you can just teach yourself all of these things. I mean, for instance, yeah, I attend, as you can see here, I attend Full Sail University. It's a great school. Yeah, that's just though really for me to get my degree, because like I said, you can teach yourself all of these things, but it never hurts, and it's always great to have that piece of paper. That's why I'm here. So I guess thank you guys for watching. That's the end of this training that we have today, and I'll see you guys later.
Well, it is a weeping in the morning and a natural thing. It is a weeping in the morning and a natural thing. It is a when it comes to the mic sound within the champion sound.
Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo chick, she so thirsty. I'm in that 2C Lambo with your girl, she tryna jerk me. Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo chick, she so thirsty. I'm in that 2C Lambo with your girl, she tryna jerk me. Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo chick, she so thirsty. I'm in that 2C Lambo with your girl, she tryna jerk me. Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo chick, she so thirsty. I'm in that 2C Lambo with your